description of who I am rewrites itself indefinitely. Just some lines in the sand to have something to read between. The description of who I am, I have yet to complete. Guessing the ending before I write the rest. My life and time see through different eyes while I'm on the mend. We are at war. Take a look at yourself. We are at war. There's an enemy in every human cell. We are at war. Take over yourself, or you're no good to someone else. Criticize. We punish ourselves. It's no surprise. Fear and misunderstanding coincide. A second opinion is shining light on your situation. A simple suggestion. In a war with yourself, trust is a weapon. We are Feel off the scab. Sometimes all we need is to solve the world when pain is all we have. Feel off the scab. Sometimes all we need is to solve the world when pain is all we have. We are at war. Take a look at yourself. Life is just a chase. Life is just a chase. Safety flees away. Safety flees away. Forest start at sea. We are meant to play. Forward pace. The shade will change. Our souls migrate to new territory. Foreign lands are new lines in the sand. Lay between what we say. We are meant to play. Growing pains. The shade will change. Our souls migrate to new territory. Foreign lands are new lines in the sand. Lay between what we say. We are meant to
That was a darn good start. That band's called Fane, Fayne. Not sure where they're from, but if they're watching or going to be watching later, then hit me up. I'd love to have you on. Welcome to Acute Mania Live. This is day 3 in a stretch of 3 shows in a row. I just celebrated my 2-year show on I think it was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. And then I had a band on yesterday called Born to Die from Sweden. And today I have a returning guest. They were on a little bit around this time last year. Confessions of a Traitor. Welcome, guys. It's nice to have you back. It's great to see you.
Nice to
It's
be
good to see
back,
you.
bud.
Thank
Nice,
you
nice,
for having
and
us.
nice and COVID free, and well, we hope so. We hope you're COVID free.
Trying our best to be anyway.
Yeah.
And I had Tom join me because I was like, well, he doesn't have to stay up real late and co-host
Yeah,
with
it's-
some other band that I have at a weird hour, and I was
for
like,
my bedtime, which is great.
this is
Ah.
perfect for you. So,
At 9:30 bedtime.
I know. It's
what have you
what
guys
I'm-
been up to? You gotta. What sparked me to get a hold of you again was I was just playing around on Apple Music one night. I was like, there's got to be something else to listen to. I was just sick of listening to the same stuff over and over again, and I got onto the metal page and I see Confessions of a Traitor. I'm like, what? New album? What? And it was fantastic. I was like, all right, I'm hitting them up right now. So that's what you guys have been up to, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
The new album.
Well, yeah. So I think we're 4 singles released, and the album is coming out on the 16th of September. So
Nice.
as of like 4 days ago, we released a brand new song called Lovecraft,
Yep.
and there have been 3 subsequent singles called Peacekeeper, Punishing Myself Before God Does, and Forever Hollow. So, yeah, we're deep in the kind of single release just before it goes, all comes out. It's about 6 weeks now until the album's officially released. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we're really, really excited to kind of get it into the ears of people.
Have you? Do you think? You know, you know how the rest of the album sounds. Of course, we don't. But do you think you've changed anything about your sound that some of your fans might want to know?
It's more mature.
Yeah.
For sure. It's like I think that you say that when it comes around to every band says, oh, it's more mature, it's the best material we've ever written. We've worked with some fantastic people on this, and I think it's elevated our songwriting and our ability to like generate music. I think also the lockdowns and COVID and everything like that allowed us to really focus on aspects and not be afraid to critique our own work. Whereas I think previously what we did is we went, oh, that sounds good. Yeah, that's just going to be the song, rather than looking at it, listening to it, stepping away from it, and then coming back to it and saying, right, what can we change, or what doesn't quite flow. And I think we did a lot of that and a lot of retrospective looking at. And when we spoke last time, which like you said was this time last year, we'd actually already written most of this album.
Really?
We were just sat on the material.
Yeah.
We'd recorded all the guitars and all the bass, and the drums, I believe, or was the drums were recorded next? No, it was in August last year, wasn't it, Seb?
I did drums in May last
May,
year.
yeah. So
Yeah.
the only thing we hadn't recorded yet were the vocals. So, and we'd
Yeah.
worked with some fantastic people on that, and even then, the songs musically changed when we went into the studio again. So it was, we very much did the EP Press Start to Play as a gap filler. We were hyping up because it's a great little release, but with this album in mind, knowing that it was going to be coming out this year. So we were kind of sat on a bunch of songs, and picked all the best ones for the album, and worked on the EP as it went along. So yeah, it was kind of secret squirreling away material.
You're telling me you had a new album that you were planning on releasing. You didn't tell me on that show.
So
Been an
nobody
exclusive.
Sorry
knew.
about that. Sorry about that.
Nobody knew.
Yeah, I understand. That's how it goes.
Yeah, I think we had sort of about 35 demos done. So when we were choosing which ones to actually spend more time on, that was a bit tricky. That was a good few weeks, maybe a month, of everyone coming with different.
Is that a stressful situation to be in? I mean, is it time? I'm sure it's very time consuming, but is it stressful?
Yeah, it's the first time we've ever been in that situation again, because lockdown and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're able to write so much more. So that's what we wanted. That was our sort of ideal situation, was to be able to have the choice. Whereas, yeah, previous records have just been maybe
This song will do.
yeah, like, or I have a couple of extra ones written, whereas this one was a good sort of another album and an EP over and above this album. So
And
it was
I think
tricky, but it was good. Yeah, it was good.
I think also as well, what we've done is we've now filtered into specific roles within the band. And you've got, Jack, who's the primary songwriter, Jake, who does a lot of our recording in-house. Seb and I do a lot of like the management of the band and like organization and everything like that. And we've very much kind of filtered into those gaps. So there's not so much of like this kind of, I say, it's all a team effort, but we know that it's like, right, if we've got to get something done, Seb and I are going to sit down and we're going to plan out dates and we're going to do this, that, and the other. Then we'll set timelines, and it's been very much that. And it's like, right, we're working towards this. So by this date, we need this done, and it's very much a well-oiled machine now, where we can sit down and say, this is what needs to be done, this is how we're going to do it, and these are the dates we're going to work towards, rather than just kind of ad-libbing it and
Winging
kind of
it,
just
yeah.
jump it. And we were pretty privy to that before. I think we were kind of lucky with how some of our older material ended up. Like there's some good songs on there, but
Yeah.
it was very much like, oh, let's jump in. Like the boys, Jack and Jake and Tony are really talented musicians and can write songs, but when given more time, they'll spend more time on it. And it was like, and then for us to objectively kind of look in from the top and say, yeah, that sounds fantastic, or let's shift a few things around here, let's change a few melodies here. And yeah, we spent a lot more time, and the EP basically gave us the buffer to spend more time on it,
Yeah.
and has now created a bit of a blueprint for how we want to move forward.
I think a lot of bands are doing that nowadays too. A lot of bands I talk to are instead of releasing an entire album. I mean, there are some, but they'll release like a 5-song EP. And now that you're telling me that, that pretty much means that within a year or the next year, they're going to be releasing a full-length album. Pretty much is what you're saying, right? So
Yeah.
I can just go ahead and assume that some of those bands have something in the wings.
You'd be contacting big bands and being like, I know you've got an album. I don't know. You're so
I smell an
predictable now.
EP.
It's just the format. Yeah, it's just a format now.
I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
I know the secrets of the industry.
So when you were getting all that material, you had all that material. I mean, do you all get together and kind of equally sort of decide what's going in and what's coming out? I mean, that's quite a detailed process, really, is it?
Yeah. Seb, do you want to chirp in?
Yeah. So again, this time was very different to how it's been before. Was we sort of booked out a cottage for a week, and we 4 of us, we went over for the whole week and went in with the demos we wanted to work more on. Only maybe a couple of songs of lyrics were written just to give us all enough input and stuff to actually really work on, instead of just going in with everything done and recording. But yeah, that's where we actually recorded the guitars and the bass in this kitchen of this cottage.
It was great.
In the kitchen.
Yeah.
That made that sort of that really relaxed atmosphere. No, I guess just all of us hanging out for a whole week. It just made the relaxed atmosphere of everyone being able to just chime in with bits, and then like maybe one day me and Steve would go to a different room and we'd do melodies and lyrics, and the other room they'd write the guitars. So even though certain sort of couples or 3 went off in that week, we all came back sort of afternoon, evening of that day and sort of shared what we'd done, and then the other people just sort of chimed in. But before, it's been Jack and Tony would write everything, probably put it on SoundCloud, then we would just go yes to that song, no to that.
Yeah.
SoundCloud is the shit.
Yeah, it's been useful over the years. I think Seb's paused in a very fantastic manner.
I think Seb.
Yeah.
He's still thinking about it.
Yeah. He's in a very contemplative mood. To build off what Seb was saying, we absolutely, at the end of every day, reviewed everything that we'd done, and then we were like, okay, yeah, that sounds great. The structure of that works. Chorus, a melody, then we'd kind of chime out a couple of ideas, lyrics, melodies, and see how they would flow. And then we'd say, okay, maybe not that bit, but let's sleep on it. And then the next day we could review it instantly and say, yeah, that works, or no, actually that doesn't work. And what we'll then end up doing is rewriting the bits and then focusing on the next track. And yeah, we ended up with about, I think it was like 12 or 13 full demos, full productions off the back of that. And then we whittled it down to 10 songs for the album now. So yeah, it was an incredible writing process, and actually having the ability to go from 30 to 5 for the EP, 10 for the album, and then whittling that down further, so you were absolutely picking the best material, really played into us. And we went into the studio in October to do vocals. We worked with a chap called Justin Hill, who used to sing in a band called Sick, who are a very big UK kind of cult band, toured with Slipknot and stuff like that. So they've done the rounds and really pushed myself and Jacob vocally in the booth and working on melodies, because I'd always come in with a very basic melody, something that to my ears sounds very pleasing, but I know we could work on. And you know, when it comes to lyric writing, like Seb and I would bounce a little bit off each other, but ultimately I would then go away and I would just go into like my mind palace and type away and get everything that I needed down onto paper, so to speak, so that I'd have this like vast quantity of content to just put in the songs. And then it was like, right, let's make it sound as good as possible, and that's what Justin really helped us do.
Last year when you guys were on, you had a great story that I told a lot of people after that. I just certain situations, you know, people talking about touring and what bands, you know, I got into a good question that I would ask bands after that, you know, give me your craziest tour story. And I still don't remember all of it, but I know Crazy Town was a part of it, and there's a couple stories actually. You know, you played at breakfast time, you know,
Yeah.
at like a diner or something, and then you played in like I think it was Romania or something.
Yeah.
At a very small place, and everybody was singing your songs, and you didn't even expect that. So, do you have any newer stories that happened since then?
Yeah, we've got a couple actually. So so we've just recently filmed the last video that is a part of the album. So
yeah,
these
that
songs
one separately, like you did those other ones when I had you on last year.
Say again, sorry.
When I had you on last year, you'd done a video separately, like from your own homes. Did you have to do it?
No, we did. We're now all together in all of these. So yeah, it feels very much a little bit more cohesive. So we were off filming. I won't spoil the location, but the last song for the album is called "The Place Where Your Hope Dies," and that'll be coming out, I say, fairly soon. And we were filming in a location, and where we were filming, we set Seb up on the drums, and Seb's like knocking away, doing his stank face, and literally across the road, there is these UK drill artists filming a music video. So they've got all their boys there, and they're all like just like waving away, and we're like rocking out, and then they come wandering over, and they're like, "Sup, fam? Can we use your drummer?" And we're like, "What do you mean use our drummer?" And he's like, and they just sort of piled in around Seb and started filming their music video. And Seb's got sat in the background like tapping along to this drill beat, while all these guys are like in the background. There was some guy. There were 3 of them smoking joints, and another guy was. But there was one guy drinking a Costa coffee in the background, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. And Seb was just looked so awkward, but it was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Have you? Has it been?
Yeah.
Released?
No, we haven't seen it yet. Yeah.
So you want to get some? Yeah, you want to get some royalties.
Yeah.
To be fair,
they did say they'd tag us, so that's good enough.
Yeah.
One of the guys was quite big.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, yeah.
Did you use them at all? You should have grabbed a couple of those guys and used them.
They tried to buy one of our guitars, and I don't think I've ever seen so much cash come out of someone's pocket. And I was like,
I'm just thinking,
I don't want to know where that comes from.
Is this like in the middle of the woods? Was it
No,
outside?
well,
That's what I'm thinking
you'll see when because I don't want to spoil the location, because it's a cool location.
It must be the place where people go to film videos. I don't know.
It's a place where your hope dies.
That's it.
And then the other one is we played a show on Friday night. So we literally released Lovecraft on Friday,
Right.
and we played a club night called Voodoo, which is a big like alternative club night in London, and it was their summer ball, and I rode a giant inflatable lobster and I crowd surfed along that while we were playing our cover and paper cut. And there's so many photos of me just looking absolutely just
See,
so excited.
That's what I needed when I said send me promo pics. That's
That's a lobster photo.
Yeah. One serious photo of the band or whatever. I don't know what I think my mouse is dying, but it keeps taking me off of the screen. It's yeah, one good promo photo, you know, of the band or whatever, and then a silly one. That's what I need to start saying. You know, give me a silly photo.
We only have silly photos, like all the serious ones.
then only that. I don't even need a promo photo. You know, I did notice that the one where you guys are all wearing coats. It's called coat something. Like the file is called like coat picture or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
coat in a coat, coatception.
A coat photo or something like that. Yeah. Hey, let's go ahead and play Forever Hollow. Tell me who Brian Will is, or is it Willie? I don't know if hopefully I'm saying that right.
Yeah,
but,
you
tell
are.
me a little
Yeah.
bit about this song.
So this song has probably had the most work done on it. Like, is very different from anything we've released previously. It's more mellow, and it's quite anthemic. It's a very emotional song. We, wrote this height of lockdown, probably one of the kind of darkest states of mind I've personally ever been in, and it's a very cathartic release of emotion. It also represents several things that were going on within the band from a personal perspective, because there's been a lot of tragedy internally from the band, and it represents a lot of the members in very different ways. So it's a very emotive song, and we were lucky enough to work with Brian from he sings in a band called Currents, who have
absolute yes.
Yeah. So Seb's gone again. He's too emotional, obviously.
Yeah.
You might have to delete him from the
from the podcast. Yeah,
He's gone to join the drill band.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's like, sod this, I'm off. Like, they're way more professional than these guys. Currents are probably one of our biggest influences, and to work with Brian was just amazing. So we couldn't turn down that opportunity at all. So yeah, Forever Hollow is definitely a very emotive track.
Well, let's give it a listen. Well, hopefully Seb will come back like he did last time. I don't know, maybe he's having internet issues. I can attest to that. I've had it. Tom knows I've had some internet issues, but I think I've got them solved. I don't know. So we'll welcome Seb back here in a second. But let's listen to Forever Hollow. And what did you say the release date was? The 16th. That's the day after my birthday, September 15th.
Yeah, 16th of September is when the album's out. Yeah.
So they're going to be releasing this album for my birthday, and mine only. And here's Confessions of a Traitor. Here we go.
Welcome to the hollow. I hear the call of the void, a reminder of the life you destroyed. This is such a bitter pill to swallow. Forever hollow, your existence in the years that follow. Welcome to the hollow. I can feel the silence, despite your absence. You linger like a shadow, forever hollow. There's an ache in my chest, in the spot where you nest. With your presence, I no longer blessed. You linger like a shadow, forever hollow.
It kind of reminds me like an arena song. Like you're in a
Yeah.
big arena and everybody's singing along with you, and
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
a,
real anthemic. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really.
yeah. When
So-
you say mellow, it's like you're thinking, well, it's just gonna be like a little acoustic song. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
And then you hear that.
It's got piano in it.
da-na-na-na. Yeah, you know, it's got a bit of melody. It's got
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
It's got
it
that
is
quiet bit.
it is a little bit more mellow than you know your I guess your normal songs that you do.
Yeah.
Your normal sound. It is a little bit more mellow, and it's got a lot of meaning, and you can regardless if you know what the story is behind the song, it feels that way.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's quite emotive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes you think about the stuff. It makes you
The
think about
video
the
for it, was really cool as well. Don't know if you managed to catch that yet.
I saw that it was posted. Yeah, it's up on my my YouTube.
Yeah.
Thing.
So
I need to get it though. I didn't want to spoil anything. I don't like to look into a lot of things into a band.
Yeah.
Even if I've had you guys on, I don't like to look into all of that stuff because then I don't ask the questions. You know.
Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, we rented a massive water tank and a rain chamber. So we went back to like 2008 metalcore where everyone's like drowning in the rain, and then I was like plunged into this massive water tank and had to spend 2 hours trying to open my eyes underwater and like scream underwater and look like I was struggling when really I was. I hated it. And if the boys asked me to do it again, I would not do it for love
Yeah.
nor money.
Look like
I
you're
was-
drowning.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're acting too much. You're acting way too much. You don't need to. Yeah, you don't need to
Chill out, man. Chill out.
Yeah. Do you guys have like fairs and festivals that we have over here? They have like dunk tanks where some guy will be up.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
where
yeah,
you
we've got them
throw
over
the
here.
ball and the ball hits the thing and the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So kind of like that, only just constantly underwater.
Yeah.
Like a
Basically, Jake was there pushing me under because it was one of two. I'm quite heavy, so I just went straight. I sank straight to the bottom. So then I'd be like, right, take a big gulp of air, and then I'd just go straight to the top. So I couldn't manage it, and he was just pushing me down, and I was like,
You're acting way too much. Why are
Yeah.
you acting like you need air? Why? Stop doing
and they were
that.
like, open your eyes. Don't worry about the chlorine burning your
Yeah.
your
Fine.
retinas.
You'll be fine. Kids do it all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Are you are you guys having a good summer weather wise? I don't know is it summer over there? I don't know.
Yeah.
We had-
it's- yeah.
We had 2 days of hell. I think I
did
messaged you.
did
That's
have,
right, yeah.
yeah, you had wildfires and people were
Yeah.
burning in the
It was
streets.
like California.
Yeah, well, I mean,
California on
yeah.
the A2.
I mean, we've had pretty hot weather, but we've had a wet summer. It just rained a little bit ago.
Right.
It's supposed to keep raining, but it just makes it hotter because we have all the humidity to go with it. So like,
Whereabouts are you based?
I'm in West Virginia, so like
West
like
Virginia,
East Coast. Yeah, so
Okay. Yeah.
our summers are brutal just because of the humidity. So it could be,
Yeah.
you could say it's like 82 degrees Fahrenheit, and it is 82 degrees, but they put in the feels like temperature. They do the same thing in the
Yeah.
wintertime. It feels like it's 105. You know what I mean? Like but it's like you can't breathe very good when you walk outside because it's just clogged. The air's just clogged with moisture.
Oh.
I love it.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You haven't really got a choice.
Yeah. But yeah, I was telling Tom, but before you guys jumped on the thing, the last time you were on, I remember asking you about the London fog, and that's kind of it's a myth.
Yeah, big old
know?
myth.
Yeah, so it's foggy all the time, and
It does
yeah,
get foggy occasionally, but it's
Yeah.
got
but
nothing
not
to do
like
with being in
not like
London.
that. I mean, I'm
No,
thinking
that
of,
was you're thinking the 1800s, mate, when the
Yeah.
when the Black Death and
Yeah,
people
I
with
mean,
plague masks wandering around.
are they lifting restrictions in the UK for
They're completely gone.
Yeah.
Like no
Just
one
got to
cares
live with it
anymore.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, there's a few places around here that still do like venues that'll still ask for like your Vax card or I don't
No
want to
one
get into
cares.
Palm already knows I don't like to get into this conversation, but it's important for it's affect a lot of people musically, and that's
Yeah.
what affects my show is music, so it. Did you guys run in after I had you on last year? Did you run into any problems, booking venues or anything that had to do with the pandemic?
So it's been so touch and go with getting shows, like as in we can have shows, but people are so nervous about it still. And if I'm going to be perfectly honest, and also there's this at the moment, the British government are not doing very well when it comes to personal money. They're basically bleeding everyone in the country dry. So not everyone's got a lot of spare cash at the moment.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of staying in, and the cost of living has absolutely soared. So there's if you've got the choice of seeing Confessions UK band or big band from the US, you're probably going to go see the big band from the US. So there's a lot of like recovering economic states from COVID still.
Yeah.
There aren't as many shows in general, and those that are, they're not particularly packed out. So it's strange. It's a really strange vibe to be a part of. We've just announced a little UK tour that we're doing as a part of the album launch. So Tom, if you're around, it'd be great for you to come up
Yeah.
to London and come see
Backstage
us.
pass, right
Yeah,
there,
I've got them all.
backstage
I've got all the
pass.
dates actually. I had a look because I
Yeah.
was going to ask you that actually. I mean, as a kind of as a band, is it sort of a struggle to get sort of? Do you do the same venues kind of not often, or is it something? I mean, I don't. Do you have an agent or anything that?
Yeah.
that
So
you?
yeah, so I think everything's a lot's changed since last year.
Yeah.
We've got a really good management behind us. Extreme management group. We've got bands like Rings of Saturn, Origin, Cattle Decapitation. We're probably the lightest band on our roster.
Right.
And you've got I think our manager looks after like 4 death metal acts, and then he's got these bunch of happy boys, like just a bunch of hardcore kids from London who wear snapbacks and bright colors. And he's like, I really love working with you, but it's so different from anything that I'm used to. Like all I hear normally is pig squeals and blast beats, and you guys are like, yeah. So yeah, there's a little bit of that, but he's doing a fantastic job with us. We have signed to Face Down Records
Yeah.
in America,
Okay.
who are absolutely phenomenal. And it was kind of part of the story of how the albums come about. Was when we were doing the recordings, we did 2 demos which we had mixed and mastered by Justin, and we sent them off label shopping, and Face Down signed us off those 2 singles alone, without hearing the rest of the record. So it was like, okay, cool, we'll get that sorted, and that's kind of tied away, ready for launch. And then we picked up a booking agent called Dynamic Talent International, who've got bands like Electric Callboy. So really, really big acts. They're a really big booking agency. So we've got everything now in line, ready to kind of go for the launch of this album. We play a lot in Europe, and we have traditionally played a lot more in Eastern Europe and Russia. So obviously that's off the cards now, because Ukraine is one of the countries we've been to most. Strangely enough, we've been there about 8 or 9
Really?
times. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been to Russia twice, Belarus 3 or 4 times, Latvia, Lithuania,
Shame, isn't it?
Estonia. Yeah, and we've got a lot of friends in Ukraine who are really, really suffering at the moment. So our hearts just go out to those guys. But we spend a lot of time touring abroad, and we've realised we want to kind of cultivate a bit more of a following in the UK, and then spread out to mainland Europe to really kind of bolster that sound. And it's really coming through with the new releases of this song. But we've also opened up a brand new market in the States with the American labels. So things are popping off for us in America at the moment. Everyone's like, well, we've got to get you over to America, and now the talks of that, and that's like cool. So it's whoever wants to book us, let's go.
I pulled up the Face Down Records site, and the very first thing at the top is Confessions. Yep.
Yeah, so they're really working hard for us.
I got that picture. I have
I
that
think
picture.
I think you do great in the States. I think definitely your sound is, I don't know, I think it's designed for it, really. I think
it is. Well, yeah, it's trending, I guess, is what the kids say.
Yeah.
It's trending. It's trending. Do you guys have a TikTok? Do you guys have did you get a TikTok yet?
Yeah, we've got a TikTok. Yeah.
Tom is way more advanced at TikTok than I am, and I think we joined around the same time. I just post the clips that I do,
I just post stupid shit.
I noticed you use InShot too. I use InShot when I make my clips.
Yeah, well, I use that because you can put your own music on it.
Yeah.
If you just use TikTok, you have to upload from Spotify. And even though I'm on Spotify, although I fell foul of that because I uploaded something that's on Spotify that I've got on Spotify, and then it said I couldn't use it. And I was like, well, it's me.
Oh, yeah. You copy. We got copyright claims from our own record label. Like they were copyrighting themselves, and it was like, how does this happen? He's like, I don't know what's happening. It's never happened before.
Yeah.
The new merch looks badass, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. We've got a lot of really decent merch on this release. We've put a lot of money into it, and the record labels backed it as well. We've got vinyls for the very first time as well, and they are going like absolute hotcakes. We had they did test prints. I think they did 30 or 40 of them, sold out on day one. So yeah,
testing thing.
Yeah, so that they sold out instantly. And
I kind of changed the order of the songs here because Lovecraft is the newest one that Let's save that one for the end. But let's play Punishing Myself Before God Does, which is also the title track of the album.
Yeah.
Now I didn't ask you this the last time because I didn't know, but are you guys do you identify as a Christian band?
Yeah, so I mean, like, let's put it like this. I grew up in a very, very heavily Catholic environment. My parents are Irish Catholic. My one of my cousins is the Archbishop of Cardiff. So like incredibly, and like I fully identify as a Christian off the back of that. Like it's etched with heavily within the lyrics.
It's not that you want to, you have to at this point.
Yeah. Otherwise my mother will beat me and the nuns will come after me.
My goodness, yeah.
I've actually got she stashes holy water around my house whenever she comes over. She's a small Irish lady, and she's like, Stephen, is God looking after you now? And then she'll spray, she'll walk around spraying me with holy water. So yeah.
My goodness. Do you feel better after that?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Always, yeah. I can feel it running through my veins.
You needed a shower anyway. Okay, that's bad.
Yeah. Can you smell me through this? So.
Yeah. Is it scented? Is it scented water?
Yeah.
It's cologne. Cologne for Christians. Hey, that sells itself. Cologne for Christians. I'm sorry.
Steve Sweat.
I need to quit doing that. I need to quit making fun of things. Well, let's take a listen to it, and then after the song, tell us what we just heard. I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. This is a heavy one.
I don't know where
this is a very heavy one.
I don't know where Seb went, but God be with him.
To the flame. pulling out through the skin. Echoes tear over me. Echoes tear over me. I'll make that get me, but I won't. Force the face my fears again. I'll make that get me, but I won't. The suffering will end. Now I can see my own face. It's blinded by the shame. Would you call my name? Now you tell me everything. It's gonna be okay. Would you call my name? Would you call my name? Or cast me to the flame? Fears the tax, the conscience face the guilt. Please have mercy on my soul. It's the guilt that I've got for good I didn't do. I'll punish myself before God knows. I'll punish myself before God does. Now I can see my own face. It's blinded by the shame. Would you call my name? Now you tell me everything. It's gonna be okay. Would you call my name? Would you call my name? Or cast me to the flame? Come back and get me, but I won't. Turn the face, my fears decide. Come back and get me, but I won't. The suffering will end.
I love that. Whatever that thing is at the in the, you know what I'm talking about. Right there at the end where it just kind of stops just for a second, and then right back into it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The little,
Whatever that-
little chop. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it comes back. Da, 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 da. Yeah.
That's great.
My
Brilliant.
buddy Mike is in. He's a buddy of mine. He just moved back from Florida and is staying with me here. And he's a big fan of hot dogs. Okay, like hot dogs.
I've heard they're called glizzies now.
Are they?
Kids call them glizzies. Yeah.
Well, whatever they are. I asked the Swedish guys yesterday. If they eat hot dogs. So he wants me to. This is a new question, I guess. Do you eat hot dogs? Both of over. And what do you like on your hot dog?
Yeah,
I mean-
I eat hot dogs occasionally.
Yeah. They're not a big part of my diet.
No.
My partner's vegan, so we'll have a couple of like vegan sausages. But yeah, if I do have one, it'll be fried onions and a bit of ketchup and mustard. The kind of standard, really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's about the same. Really.
That's pretty much the same as what the Born to Die guys said. They fried onions. And see, we do raw onions.
Raw onions. Yeah.
So every if you go to a hot dog shop and say I want a hot dog with everything, it would be chili, mustard, and onions.
Right.
Which is really not everything.
Oh,
If you wanted
chili.
everything. I mean, that
Or
would
like
be,
kind of beef chilies sort of thing. Like
yeah, beef chili. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but not like the same that you would eat. Like there's no beans in it or anything.
kind of like a meat with a meat sauce.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
protein.
Protein on top of protein, on top of protein. You know?
Could you get any more protein in that?
No. Well,
Well, there you go. Yeah.
You could, I'm sure, but like some pepperoni or something on top of it would be good.
Yeah.
Pizza dog. There you go, Mike.
Wow.
Pizza dog. He's wanting to open up a hot dog shop around here, and he's very good cook. Mike is, and that's why I don't want him to leave ever.
Right.
You know? I mean, I love to
Not
cook
because of his
myself.
friendship, but because of his hot dog making ability.
Well, I mean, I've never had his hot dog chili, so I don't know. But I mean, he makes like when I have guests here that come to play here live, he'll be like, okay, how many are we having? You know, like he's counting up, and he'll go to the store, and
How
then
many
he'll
heads? Yeah.
he'll make a buffet of things. Like
Wow.
for the 2-year show, we had like a smoked sausage with like medium hot peppers. We had that, and he made French bread pizza. I mean, like bomb shit. Like it's good. Like, and he'll make like chip dip, like chips and dip, but he'll make the dip homemade.
Right.
Boom, you know. I'm
Do,
a caterer
so,
now.
do you have bands play at your house?
I do now. Yeah, I didn't I didn't really have bands before, but I would have like solo artists would come over and play acoustic. But yeah, I've had a few bands. I would clear out the couches and stuff out of my living room, and bands would set up there and play.
I'll tell you now, we get to America, we're doing a
Coming
house
round.
show, and it's gonna go
Damn right
off.
you are.
off.
We might have to do 2 nights. You know how some
Yeah.
venues will do 2 nights because there'll be so many people. So we might have to do 2 nights.
I like that.
But well, you can do an acoustic show one day, and then the next day we'll do an entire like
The party
full-on
show.
band.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring
I like
the
the sound of it.
videographer, and we'll make one of the videos for a song that's not released or something.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
I do too. So get your ass over here.
Get your ass to
Bring Tom
America.
with you.
happen.
Tom will carry your instruments.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom could be our roadie for the week.
Yeah, I need the work, to be honest. I do,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Tom's in he's in a few bands over there. One of them in particular that I mention every time he's on the show is an Elton John tribute band.
Elton
Which-
John.
Which is weird. I'm in Sutton on Friday with at
Oh,
Sutton,
yeah?
Sutton FC. Yeah,
There you go. There you go.
Oh, the football.
Yeah,
Do you
the
know,
Boo Boo Club.
I've lived here for 6 years, and I didn't even know there was a football club until I saw it posted on the
Yeah.
side of Morrison's, and I was like,
Oh,
okay.
football. Well, that football club's got there is a kind of function, and it's got quite a musical history. You have like a lot of blues bands down there. And
Okay.
stuff, like Walter Trout's been down there. I think Joe Bonamassa's played there
Say
as well.
Water Trout?
Water Trout.
Are
Water
they-
Trout.
Water-
Water Trout.
I don't know anything
I
about
think it
them.
was
Are they,
Water Trout.
are they country?
Yeah, maybe. But anyway, yeah, I'll be there on Friday. So
That's so funny.
Yeah, but yeah, with Elton John. So yeah,
Oh, so you're doing the Elton John thing.
yeah,
You
yeah.
should definitely
It's all-
go, Stephen. You should definitely.
Yeah, you should come along and we'll get you up and do
Just a
do an Elton John number, but scream.
Yeah, just scream that.
Three lines still standing.
And the word.
Yeah,
Just get up on the mic and be like, "This is gonna be a really mellow version of what I usually do."
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'll be going,
This is one of my
"Rockin'
moments.
yeah.
You say you don't have the pillow handy, right? The pillow.
I can run and get it if you want.
Well, okay, yeah. Do that when I play the last song here in a little bit. While I'm playing that song, run and get it. Is it?
Yeah.
You've got to tell that story again because I mean I don't remember all of it, and I probably tell it inaccurately to people, and I'm sure I have. But I told everybody that story too because it's funny as hell. And are you still not getting any royalties from this man?
Absolutely not. And zero royalties for the fact that my face is plastered all over the internet.
Does it still get? Does people still show up?
Yeah.
Now?
So people show up at our shows with
All right, all right,
t-shirts
well,
and
wait a
hoodies.
minute. Go grab it. Go grab it real quick.
Right, hold on. Yeah, give me 2 seconds.
I'll talk about what's coming up on the show. On August 13th, I have nothing scheduled in between the times, so if anybody wants to be on the show, hit me up. But August 13th, I have a band from PA called Earth and Elsewhere. That'll be at 8 o'clock. And then 2 days later, we're going to trot out to San Diego and have a band on called The Undertaking. And I have to say it like that because they have an exclamation point at the end of their name. So until they tell me otherwise, it's The Undertaking, So they'll be on the 15th at I believe it's at 7 my time and 4 their time. Yeah, there it is. There's the famous pillow. Now what is this?
Yeah, so basically there was a show and I spend a lot of time in the crowd rather than actually on the stage. And
So
yeah. And the photographer just snapped me looking horrifically sweaty and horrendously out of breath. And it just posted it on this website where you can make merch, and you can get t-shirts, hoodies, clocks, pillows, dishcloths of my face, and it went viral, and loads of people started turning up to our shows with pictures
Now,
of my
did
face.
they showed up and you didn't even know about it when they
No.
started showing up, right? You didn't know about it.
I thought it was a big joke. I thought somebody had kind of got together,
Right.
and that, you can actually buy it off the internet. But our guitarist found the site and tagged me in it, and he was like, "Did you make this?" And I was like, well, I have no idea what you're talking about. He went,
Why would I make that?
Yeah, he was like, "You're narcissistic enough to make something like that about you."
So it's still available. Like I could order a pillow.
Yeah.
I need to
yeah.
get something like that. I was
Yeah.
gonna do it last time. Send
You
me
should
the
just
link for that guy, and
Yeah.
I'll make sure I send you some like an extra $5.
just have a poster of me on the background of my face. Just like,
Yeah.
That's the plan.
That's
yeah.
going up.
yeah,
I
yeah.
had the I'm gonna look for it here. Talk amongst yourselves.
The sticker somewhere.
Yeah, it's yeah, right here,
Nice,
right there. Yeah.
nice.
It came with the shirt.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it did. No, around the time that I ordered the shirt from you guys, they didn't give it to me for free. Just so you know, I don't get anything much for free here. But I ordered the After Smoke Clears album. I don't order albums anymore because I just everything's on the phone and stuff now. But I ordered theirs and I said, what are the chances you guys could all just sign that for me? Because I didn't know that they physically had it. I figured it just came from like their label or whatever. And they it's over there. I'd have to get it. I'll get it and show it to you in a second. But yeah, they signed it and sent it out to me. So that was cool.
Yeah, they're good guys there. They're just real honest, hardworking musicians. I've got a lot of time for them.
Yeah. Ooh. I think I kind of stole them though because you guys were getting ready to do a show with them shortly after you were on my show, and then I think they came on after they got done. So we talked a lot about that.
Yeah, so long and short, they asked us to be main support for their album launch. And then because of COVID, everything got pushed back and back and back. And it ended up being in line with when we were launching the EP. So we said to them, we're going to do a headline show. Do you want to do it with us as part of your album launch? Yeah. So we headlined it, and then they came in and main support. It was a really the show was completely packed out. It was one of the first shows back after COVID, and it was just sweat dripping off the ceiling kind of thing. Really fun show.
Was it Blood?
Yeah, absolutely. So really fun show.
I'm gonna scroll back here and look. Let's see what last.
There is a video of that show on YouTube as well. We did a live version of Don't Make a Girl a Promise. Yeah.
I remember watching that after because I kept telling you live stream it so I can watch it.
Yeah.
Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, so yeah, it just says 11 months ago on YouTube. I'd have to click on it to see, but
yeah,
they were on a month later. It looks like they were on. Come on, where's the damn date? Come on, YouTube. Okay,
so
the September 4th of that year.
Yeah,
it was Nick that was in the hotel. Remember, you were asking me who was stuck in the hotel conference room. Who snuck into the hotel conference room?
Oh, Nick. Yeah. Nick's good. Yeah. He's their singer.
That's what I was looking to look up also. But yeah, that was it was Nick. Yeah, they were a lot of fun to have on. That we especially because he made it the entire hour, well, a little over an hour. We were on there for probably the full hour and 15, and it wasn't until the very end when you could hear a guy in the background going, "What are you doing in here?"
I love that.
And then he comes. I mean, I already killed the live stream, but I was just chatting, and then he comes back into the Zoom room, and he's in the bathroom stall.
I love that. I love that so much.
I got to get those guys back on. They were fun. Let's play the newest release, Lovecraft. Is it about a boat about love?
It's about let me think about it. Well, for starters, it's a big stompy hardcore song. Like it's just big riff, big energy. No. And well, it's a bit ballady at the end actually. But it's about losing your identity and becoming just consumed with everything else around you, and just losing who you are, and how that can have an absolutely devastating cascade in the rest of your life. Um, and it's about choosing the right path moving forward. We had some instances again internally within the band where people completely lost track of who they were through circumstances outside of their control. And initially, when you're in that state of mind, you just kind of let it happen to you, and you are all consumed by this, and it takes a lot of inner strength to pull yourself out. So there's a big kind of, I guess you can call, rant at the end of the song, which is that this, we tend to have these kind of positive messages laced within the negative theme of the track, because if I just went in and wrote a load of negative rubbish, I'd end up feeling really sad, and I'm not a sad person. I'm a really happy, like, positive guy. So I'm like, okay, so if there's something really bad that's happened to me, what's the silver lining? Where's the happiness? Like, what's the learnings I can take from this? And this is a prime example of that. And it's like,
does that come
yes,
to you often when you're writing lyrics to your songs? Does that come to you pretty often, or is it a struggle at times trying to get the message that you want? Like, what kind of message you want to or kind of story you want to tell, but it's just not coming to you, and you just kind of settle on something. Does that happen frequently? Or
no, because generally speaking, what will happen is like the bad scenario, so to speak, or the negative influence that has driven the writing of that song, I'll start with the positive outcome, because I'll likely be at the other end of it. So I'm very pragmatic. I'll work through it very quickly, and kind of tick all the boxes off to say, right, that's what I need to do to move forward. And for me, I'll be at that other end with the story to tell of how I survived that scenario, and that'll be the outcome, and then I'll have to work backwards into it. So I find it difficult to write negative. Like, I want everything to be about empowerment, autonomy, and self-belief, and belief within yourself to really kind of triumph. It takes a lot for me to write very negatively, but I definitely feel that exposing that side of my writing has resonated a lot more with people, and then what they've done is sort of like kind of clipped onto the positive message at the end, and they're like, they resonate with the negative, and then they're like, oh, actually, yeah, you're right. I was having a conversation on Instagram, and one of the new guys that's kind of discovered us, and he's like, the last two songs that we've released, Forever Hollow and Lovecraft, have really helped him through certain scenarios, and like the way that he can see that it's negatively impacted me has then, and that kind of journey out has allowed him to look at it from a different perspective, and that kind of stuff really makes that writing style really worthwhile for me to know that it's helped that kind of,
definitely.
So yeah, that's
Honesty,
what it's about, and it's and
it's awesome that you're getting back to you're as the band grows, you're still responding to your fans, and
100%.
and you guys were always receptive before, and you're receptive, even now. And that's there's not a whole lot of bands, and people get famous, and they're just kind of forget about where they came from, and that there are actually people like feeling things from what you're saying, I think more and more, though, like especially after the pandemic and stuff, there are artists that do care about their fans, and you'll get on YouTube every once in a while and look in the comment section, and you'll actually see that they did respond to what they were saying.
Connecting with people.
You can't get to every single one of them, but at least they're trying to, and that's awesome to see.
So, yeah, we make a distinct effort to reply to every single comment that's left on a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Because I think if somebody's taking the time to listen to our music, I should take the time to reply to them.
Yeah, even if it's just to say thanks or something, really.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And it just, I there's a big kind of ethos within this band to not call people who listen to us our fans, because it feels like it's like a bit of an us and them thing. We just we always say, well, we welcome people into the family, and it's like, if you're with us, you're not with us for one song, you're with us for the whole journey.
Yeah.
And we've got a very, very devout group of people that we call our family, and we turn up to shows, and the same faces have brought new faces, and they're kind of included within it as well. So I've got some of the best friends I've ever had from being in this band, from people
And plus
coming and watching us.
They have your mug on their shirts.
Yeah, they've got the cushions.
I mean,
I'm with them always.
yeah, I mean, yeah, whether you like it or not. Well, let's take a listen to Lovecraft by Confessions of a Traitor, and the album comes out September 16th. And you said there'll be one more single released before?
Yeah, it's called A Place Where Your Hope Dies, and that'll be coming out towards the end of this month.
Awesome. Look forward to that. Here's Lovecraft. I'm glad we saved that one for the end. That's very powerful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Again, I see the arena and
Yeah,
and singing. I mean, that's
that half time at the end, and
Yeah.
really,
I mean, well,
It's
not
a-
an arena, just an audience in front of you. Singing.
Yeah.
It's got to be the
Yeah.
best feeling.
Well, I mean, we played it on Friday night for the first time, and it was released that morning, and there were about 20 people in front of me just going, wow, wait. And I was like, you've had like 8
You heard it
hours to learn
once.
these lyrics and it's already etched in your memory. So
Yeah.
that for me is really like, it means for me, it's we're hitting the right note, but to have that screamed back at me. And for anyone who's super geeky, have you ever seen the film Gladiator?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that line, "What we do in life echoes in eternity," is what Russell Crowe says towards the end of the film,
Ah.
and that
Alright.
always stuck with me and was one of those quotes that I was like, I just like it just resonates so much with me. So I've always wanted to put it in something, and yeah, it was just a perfect place to put it
works,
after. Yeah. So
Well,
big line and big
you-
influence.
You guys have not lost any momentum at all since I've had you on, and I was actually shocked that you wanted to come back. You know, I'm always shocked by people that even want to be on the show the first time, let alone do it again. You know, a big band like you guys are getting, you know, you
And
guys
bigger, I think.
have gotten a lot bigger since last year, and it's awesome. But you're still the same person. You know what I mean? Like you're still the same person I talked to last year. In a way, you know, you still got the pillow. You know,
Yeah.
things like that. You know,
I mean, only so much can suppress my narcissism. So
Yeah.
I've got to get one of those. So hook me up with a link or something with that.
yeah, I'll find it. I'll find
And
it.
send me all's. I have Keep Mania Live merch now, but guests that are on the show they don't have to pay for anything. So I'll send you guys some. I got coasters. I think I sent Tom some coasters and some stickers. I got yeah. Oh yeah. So they've made it to London. They've made it to Finland. They've made it to I don't know, all over the world. I'm worldwide, man. Worldwide.
Love that.
I had a band from Japan on recently. Well, not recently.
Nice.
A few months ago, and Germany and all over the place. So I'm always open to new bands and even old bands. I'm gonna have to hit up. I'll have to hit up Nick and after Smoke Clear.
Yeah, dude.
I'm sure they would want to do it again. Well, hopefully they would want to do it again. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't. But it's very very cool to talk to you again. I don't know what happened to Seb, but give him my best.
Yeah.
And,
I will do. I will do.
We'll see you in person when you come to America.
100%.
Do your big tour and go see
Well,
Tom on what is it, you say Friday? You're going to the
Yeah. Sutton Football Club.
I'll have a look and see where it is.
I'm going to be up in Pittsburgh on Friday to see Amplifiers. They're a band that was on. Gosh, when I was on Facebook eons ago, well, 2 years ago, because I just celebrated my 2-year thing, but they were on around then, and I've become really good friends with them, met them in person several times, and seen them play, and they put on a great show. So I'll be going up there on Friday with them in Sava, ASAVA, and they've expressed interest of the show also, but they're just busy. You know, bands are busy, and everybody's going out and playing, so I'll get to meet them in person also. So that'll be fun. And then also, Amplifiers is coming down. I'm doing a little like birthday show. You know, I can't really have like a festival in my neighborhood as much as I want to. I'm not sure the HOA or the neighbors would like it, but even if I would say, but we'll stop at 10 o'clock. But you know, I don't think that's gonna work. So there's a venue down the road called Music on Main that I go to every once in a while and help the guy promote a little bit of his shows and we're gonna do a show down there. Well, I'm not, but their Amplifiers is gonna come down on the 17th of September for my birthday. Hint, hint. No. To play a show, they're going to headline, and Haven State, also from Pittsburgh, is going to play, and then Bo McMillian that joins me on the show every once in a while, he's going to open the show. So that's the 17th at I believe the doors are at 7 and the show's at 8. So if you're around this area, or if you want to fly from the UK and come to the show, that'd be awesome. On September 17th, but September 16th, the new Confessions album will be fully released, so I'll be jamming out to that. I'll be like, here. I'll tell the sound guy, play this in the middle. Of the, you know,
Get the streaming numbers up. Get those numbers up.
Yeah. I have full control of that show, I'm sure. No, probably not. The next show I have scheduled though is Earth and Elsewhere on August the 13th. Hopefully I can get somebody in between there because I don't like not doing the show. So I'll get somebody, I'm sure. But that'd be August 13th at 8, and then 2 days later, The Undertaking. Do it, Tom. The Undertaking.
Undertaking.
just because you were going to get the pillow when I was saying this, but the band's from San Diego, and it's going to be a fun show because it's like fun chaos is what their music is. It's just chaos, crazy, but it's really cool. And it's the undertaking, but they have an exclamation mark at the end of their name. So
The undertaking.
So until they tell me on the show on the 15th, I'm going to do that from now on. The undertaking. On August 15th at I believe it's at 7 my time and 4 p.m. Pacific time out in San Diego. So that'll be that. I don't know what happened to my. There it is. Okay, I was gonna say I lost my screen. This band I'm gonna play. You probably remember the marquee, Steven.
Yeah.
This thing has been through the damn ringer. And here's parts. I got parts. I'm sick of taping it and gluing it together, and it's not. I'm gonna have to figure something out. So I just
Cremate it.
That's a
Send it.
I did nail it to the wall, so I'm not gonna change the marquee because I hopefully I'll have somebody in between now and Earth and Elsewhere. So I'll just I can probably fish out the 3 and the 0 and make it show 130. But can you believe it's been that many? Damn.
Yeah.
People are still.
You've been chugging away, mate. You've been chugging away.
Oh man, it's crazy, but it's so much fun. I love doing it, and I get to meet fine people like you. I say that to everybody. Oh, and if you're watching the show either now or later on, hit subscribe. Damn it, I'm up to 205, and I'd like to hit 1,000 by next week.
I love that.
It's not going to happen, but I mean, it took 6 months to get to 205, but.
You never know.
Anyway, whether you want to watch the show ever again or not, just hit subscribe because it still helps somehow. I don't know. YouTube likes it. So I'm not going to change the marquee because, well, one, I'm not prepared to, and two, it's probably going to fall off the wall even though it's nailed there. So I'll figure something out, and then it'll be up there. Something will be up there. But the band I'm going to play out the show with is called Your Last Stand, and they're from Maryland. I haven't hit them up yet, but I'm going to be on the show. But they're really good. The song's called Reverie. Hopefully I'm saying that. Is that right? Reverie? Is that how you say it?
Revelry? Yeah, revelry.
Revel, I don't know. Rev it up. I don't know. Steven, thank you very much. Tell Seb we missed him for the last half.
Absolutely.
I'm sure he had very many things to say. And,
well, thank you so much for having us on again, and we'll do this again. We'll make this an annual thing, and I'm sure we'll have something whirring away in the background next year. I know we've already got some small plans going on anyway. So
nice. Yeah, we'll definitely do it again. We'll do it again next month. Okay. All right.
Yeah. When the album's out, yeah, we'll do it for your birthday. The album will come out, and everyone will be drunk and listening to the music.
Oh,
so
that'd be the best. Yes, let's do that. We'll plan that out.
Amazing. Thank you for having us.
Thank you, man. We'll see you. If you want to chill a little bit, if you don't have time, that's cool. You know how it goes. We always talk out a little bit afterwards. But if you got to go, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's getting to my bedtime now. I'm an old man.
You're a rock star. You're not allowed to.
I don't do drugs and I don't drink. I'm the worst rock star. Yeah. I drink herbal tea and I exercise twice a day. You know.
So you should be awake. You just got done exercising on the show. Well, Tom will stay on for a minute, right? Tom will stay on.
Yeah, no worries.
Nothing going on until Friday night.
No, yeah.
I'll see
just wait to get a something from now.
Watch the socials. I'll post the next event if it's before the 13th. If not, then I'll see you on the 13th. And thanks to Confessions. The album's out September 16th, and we will see you when we see you. This is Your Last Stand with Reverie.